Win $250,000 a year for 30 years with decades of dollars. Watch tonight's drawing starting at 11, only on Channel 2.
I couldn't move. I was frozen for maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
The wife of Atlanta police officer Shawn Smiley is talking to Channel 2 Action News about the moment she learned her husband died in the APD helicopter crash last month. Shawn Smiley was one of 2 officers killed in that crash. The other was Richard Halford. We brought you an interview with his family yesterday, and tonight, Channel 2's Eric Phillips joins us with insight from his exclusive sit-down interview with the Smiley family. Eric.
Well, John, the Smileys seem to be that quintessential all-American family. He was an officer, she's a school teacher, they have 3 wonderful children, and are active in their local church. They never expected this. And here's the irony. Officer Smiley just joined the aviation unit last November, and his wife and mother both told me they were so relieved he was no longer facing the dangers of being a street cop.
Shawn was my only child,
When Carol Smiley's son, Officer Shawn Smiley, died in the police helicopter crash, it realized a fear that she'd had for a long time.
It has always been in the back of my mind that if I lost him, it would be an airplane crash.
There had been something else in the back of her mind for a long time, and it brings her to tears.
When Shawn's father died and he was the only child, I watched him and what he went through by himself. And I prayed and asked the Lord to just please let me see my son with a wife and a loving family so that when I died, he wouldn't be by himself. I never thought that it would be the other way.
Officers Shawn Smiley and Richard Halford were killed last month when the APD helicopter they were in crashed in northwest Atlanta. They were out looking for a missing child at the time.
He was a good man, and he cared for other people, and he helped people.
He just lived aviation.
His mother says his passion for flying goes back to childhood.
He was in 7th grade and he put together this very complicated piece that actually he did the remote control and the flying, had his sorter gun, he did everything.
According to his family, Smiley believed God has a plan for each of his children's lives, and he did his best to help realize that plan, praying with them every night.
Protect this house and our kids at nighttime and let them learn your will and let them be good in school.
But the one who knew him best, his wife of 18 years, said what she misses most is her friend.
And every night I would lay on the sofa and wait for him. Every single night. And he would come in and say, "What you got to eat, girl?"
And now the family is faced with having this first Christmas without him, without his silly dancing.
Like that.
But they'll hold on to the memories and never let go.
I want to say I love you, Daddy.
Mrs. Smiley says it's difficult going to the mall knowing she doesn't have to purchase a gift for her husband this year, and she wants to thank the Atlanta Police Department, especially the aviation unit and the rest of the community, for their outpouring of support during this very difficult time.
Seeing those children, it's just tough to see that and their reaction. He obviously did a fantastic job raising them while he was with us.
Well, they talk about how much he prayed with them. They talk about how he spent so much time with them going to different school activities and just bringing them sometime to the police department. He spent a lot of time with his children, and his wife says that he was a man's man. He believed that a man's role was to raise his family and to provide for his family, and he did everything in his power to do just that.
Man's man indeed. Eric, thank you.
We now have video from the night. Police say a drunk man crashed into